If you've ever wanted a cyberpunk inspired katana, check this out. What? Pretty freaking awesome, right? Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everybody. You know, to some degree, I have always been a fan of anime. Growing up as a kid, Ninja Scroll was my jam. I loved that. I was into Samurai X. Vampire Hunter D was a really cool one as well. I just love the stories, and the art is really where it's at, man. I love the way it looks, it's dynamic, it's fun, and it inspired me growing up. But lately I've been into this video game, Cyberpunk 2077, and I know it's been out for a while, but I just recently got a new monitor, and I am digging that game a lot. It has anime elements as well as sci-fi, similar to like Altered Carbon or Blade Runner, so it's right up my alley. But in the game, they have these characters that come at you with these plasma katana swords, these light energy blades. And if you kill one of them, you can actually take their weapon, which is super cool. So when I saw that Nsabers had something like that on their site, I thought I need to check this thing out. And right now they're having a Black Friday sale where you can get up to 50% off of your purchase. So it all worked out. Let's check this thing out now and see what it comes with. And then we'll go over the katana because this thing is super awesome. So with your purchase, you get a lot of cool stuff like this carrying case that is hard and it has a locking mechanism to keep the blade and the hilt secure when you're traveling. You're gonna get a display case, a charging cable with the toolkit, you get some premium gloves, instructions to teach you how to use the katana, an Nsabers plaque. And because this is a katana, you get a scarab, or I think they're called sayas. This is really awesome. So this is made of a plastic, or it's maybe even a wood, but I'm pretty sure it's probably plastic. And it's got texturing in it, which is super nice. I like how that came out. You have this belt, I think, attachment so that you can attach it to something, like if you want to have it on your side, I imagine. This can slide around or it can be taken off completely. So if you don't want to use that, you have this wrapping here on the back. There's this gold piece right here that holds onto this tassel. That's what I'm gonna call it. It probably has an actual functioning name, but I don't know what it is. But this looks very pretty. It's got gold hairs on the bottom, and then it's got this really cool ornate knot that they put into it, which is super nice. And then you have more of the wrappings here on the back, and you could slide the blade right in there and it holds it. This, when you get it, actually the blade is gonna be hidden inside of it, so you have to pull that out. But this is really cool. I like that this comes with it. You also get a black blade. This is a polycarbonate blade. And you can see that it's painted black. It doesn't scratch off or anything like that. So it's like in it, it's not, you don't have to worry about it coming off. They did leave these opening areas of these like mystical, magical looking flames. And it allows the light to peer through more on those areas than it does on the black. Now the black doesn't necessarily block out all of the light. You can actually still see some of the light on it, but in the dark, it will appear more through these flames that they have on it. So this is a super nice little feature that they added to it. All right, and then last but certainly not least, you have this katana looking futuristic hilt. All right, and this thing is very, very beautiful. I love how this came out. It definitely has elements that look like a traditional samurai sword or a katana, but then it has these futuristic elements to it that give it more of that cyberpunk type of feel. So I love that. You got the pommel here at the end, and you can see they have a really nice design on the bottom end of the pommel, which looks really cool. You have this area right here that again has more etchings in it. All these black areas, you can actually feel it when you're touching it, so that's really nice. These areas right here, these two locking areas here, is where you release to remove the power core. You have this textured area right here, which is probably a plastic material, but that's really nice too. You can probably get some really good weathering out of that, so that's nice. And then you have this diamond wrap that's going on here, so that looks really cool, gives it that more traditional samurai look. All right, you got this gold area right here. This is where your activation button is. This is a single activation button, but you can see it's special. It has kind of like a flower design to it. And then you have the exposed power crystal. So this will change color when it lights up, and I'll show you that here in just a second. So I like how that looks too. You got more of the wrapping, so this is a really cool separation. And then you have this, I think they call it Suba. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but the guard, that is awesome. It carries along the same design similar to the back end here. So you have lots of engravings in it on either side of it as well. So it's not just in one area. So I like how that came out, looks super cool. You have this hook here, or like a fang of some kind. And then this is a nice little feature, and then you have these diamonds that are here in the center, and actually the light will peer through on these. So that's neat. Kind of wish these were clear maybe, so that when you light it up different colors, it will show, because mostly it just looks purple because that's how it looks. So to activate it, you're just gonna press the button, and you can see that you have the crystal that lights up. So that's neat. Now this one doesn't have any LED lights in the center, so it won't light up from the emitter until you actually put the blade into the emitter. So you have that. And then to turn it off, you just press and hold. And that's how you do that. And if you want to switch over to another sound font, you just press and hold and let go, and then it'll change. And you can see that it has like an unstable crystal now, and it glows like a red color. So that's super cool. Okay, let me show you what the chassis looks like. All right, so in the bag, you're gonna get an Allen key like this, and that's gonna be part of your toolkit, and you just put it into these bolts here on the back end, and you just loosen that up. You have to take them completely out, just because if not, you're not gonna be able to take the pommel back out. The pommel slides right out like that. Now, the power core only goes in one way, so you need to pay attention to which way you're taking it out. As you pull it out, you're gonna notice that the Profi board side of it is on the same side with the crystal. So otherwise, the switch won't go in. So the opposite side has a kill switch. Now this is a special chassis, so there's no access to the battery. You can't do that. You do have, it reacts pretty quickly. So let me turn this. There you go. All right, you have the speaker right there. So you get a nice loud speaker that's got an opening, you can hear. There's a kill switch so that you can save on the battery if you're not using it. And then you have a USB-C to charge the battery. Now, there's bolts here on the chassis itself, so you can take it apart and maybe get access to the battery that way. But it doesn't seem to be any options for you to take in and replace the battery. So you gotta wonder what size it takes. You have access to the Profi board right here and the SD card so that you can add in your own custom sound fonts and light up features. There's plenty of that online that you can use. All right, let me show you some of the stuff that it comes with. All right, so I got the blade installed and it just slides right in. There are two bolts on the opposite sides of the emitter just above the guard that I thought would be what would lock the blade down into place, but it doesn't seem like that does anything. There's also two bolts here at the very top. So it just seems like it's being held by the friction, or rather by the grip of this emitter, and that's what holds it into place. These bolts don't really seem to lock it down. So keep that in mind. If you're gonna be doing some heavy swinging with this one, it's probably gonna slide out on you a little bit, and you're gonna have to push it back in to get it back to the point where you can activate it and it reacts to things. So, that's just that. Now, this one has a Profi board, like I said earlier, a 2.2 version, so you're able to upgrade the sound fonts, to the colors, and make it look whatever it is you want it to look like. There's plenty of options out there for you to choose from. To activate the Katana, what you're going to do is press the activation button, and then that'll turn it on. All right. You got smooth swing with it, and it reacts to what you're doing. You can also activate it and turn it on with the wrist, so it's got wrist activation, which is super nice. I like that. Okay. You also have blade hit, and then you have deflection. So you have that. To switch sound fonts, you're going to press and hold, and then let go. And then you have that, which looks super nice. Got like a red color going on there. And you can see that the crystal right here changes color along with it. Now I noticed that colors like red, purple, and blue seem to activate the crystal a little bit better than colors like white or green. They don't really change the color of this as much. But you can see how the blade would look. It's got a really nice color going on with it. So, all right.
When only a few of us are left, we will feel an irresistible pull towards
There can be only one. The quickening. There you go. This is a really nice one, I think, for this particular blade, right? It's got kind of a white color. I turned it off. All right. And you can see that when it hits, it turns red, which is cool. Okay. And you can see the crystal's white, and then the crystal in here has more of like a light white color going on with it. All right. Really nice. You can see how it has a gradual activation, so that's really cool too. And a gradual turn off. Awesome. So you got a purple crystal color right there. That's really cool. And see, it gives it more of that color up here at the front. Really neat. Ooh, that one sounds good. Badass. So yeah, guys, this is a really awesome katana. I love how it looks, especially the design of the hilt itself. This is a fantastic looking piece for any like sci-fi samurai collector. You know, this is dope. Yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on this one. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments below. And if you're playing Cyberpunk, where are you guys at in that game? It's because I think you could just live in that city. There's like so much going on. I feel like you could just spend all day playing that game. And make sure you check out Nsabers for their Black Friday sale because they have some pretty good deals going on right now. So until next time, may the force be with you. This is so dope. Yeah, there it goes.